Hey everyone! Welcome to Writer's Corner. I am 17-year-old writer Noah Barfield, author of that amazing action fantasy novel Legendland. And today we're going to talk about awe. A-W-E, which, feel like with a sense of wonder. Specifically, we're going to talk about inspiring awe and what does the same to you. Now, recently, my grandparents visited me and had a fantastic time. I didn't get as much sleep as I commonly do, so I'm a bit tired, but there was just something that impacted me so much and inspired me that I had to share with you. Now, my family and I, including my grandparents, we went out and went whale watching. Now, whenever I tell people this, mentally, whaling is, to me, is short for whale watching. However, whenever you say, I'm going whaling, people look at you like a monster because you have just in fact said, I'm going to go and hunt beautiful, serene mammals in the water. So, I went whale watching, and it was fantastic. It literally took my breath away. It's difficult to even express. Like, I am rarely ever just impacted by something. Something rarely ever inspires complete and total awe in me that makes me shut my trap and just observe and behold and soak it all in. These whales did that. I don't know what it is about it, but whenever something is like 40 feet long and is coming up and just comes right underneath the boat and looks right at you, there's just something about it. And I got to see whales breach, and I got to see a mother and its calf, and they were all flipping around and rolling and generally showing off. But this is all leading to awe. I was so inspired just by this. I don't know if I can write a story about whales, but I'm really tempted to now, or at least include something. I don't know, just, it was breathtaking. And this has got me thinking, what do I want to do with my story? Whenever I write, what reactions do I want to provoke from people? And I realized I wanted to take their breath away. Yes, I want them to get excited or cry or be happy with the characters or what have you. But at the end, I want to take their breath away. I want it to be something that hits them. So I want my stories to be what they read their children and what they read their grandchildren, what they have on their bookshelves. I know that may seem arrogant as an author to have such a large impact on a reader, but that's the goal. If you're a writer, you don't really want to just fade away. That's not something that you want to do commonly. You want to make an impact on someone. I won't go so far as to say I want to change someone's life with my writing. I don't think that that's the case. I have no intention of doing that. But I would like to be able to be a classic to a family. At least one. At least one. I want to inspire this awe. I want to inspire others with my writing. I want them to be left with this sense of wonderment that I was left with speeding back towards shore after spending an hour around creatures so large and so beautiful that so close that I could just reach out and touch them. So whenever you're a writer, it's especially important to just take a moment and notice whenever something has left you speechless or has made you so overpassionate that you can't possibly contain yourself. Remember those moments in your life. Don't seek them out, because if you do, then you're constantly going to be chasing something, and then the effect is going to be lessened, in my opinion. Let it just naturally happen, but when it does, remember it. This is something I'm going to remember for my entire life, and it has made me realize, as a writer, I need to take a moment to just sometimes soak life in, because you never know what's going to inspire you. And sometimes it could be a whale watching trip. Sometimes it could just be a profound moment in a TV show. You don't know. Sometimes you could have watched a movie a bazillion times, but it's that bazillion and first where it just hits you all of a sudden. It doesn't have to be some great moment, on a mountaintop or in a cabin or what have you. It doesn't have to be serene. It can be in the middle of the city on a bus, and you're sweaty and tired, and you just realize this is what hell is like, and you're inspired by that. So I would encourage all of you writers to find what inspires awe in you, or just creates a deep response. Maybe it's something primal inside of you. Maybe it's something that you don't quite understand. That's how I felt with these creatures and just being out there on the water, looking out, and there being nothing but blue. And eventually the blue sky meets the blue water, and it just becomes unclear where one stops and the other starts. That for me it just evoked something from me. I encourage all of you writers out there, or anyone in general, to notice those moments and to think to yourself, this is the reaction I want someone to have from reading my works. Now, how you go about doing that is entirely up to you, but this video is just to encourage you to take notice of those moments, because they are precious and sometimes it can be far and few between, but those are what's going to help you make a fantastic story. Knowing the reaction that these moments are inspiring and provoking from you, being able to do that with another person and having the ability to do that with a reader is the highest possible goal for an author, and I encourage you all to try and find that out. So what inspires on you? What provokes these internal, really deep emotions? I want to know. And I want to know if you have any stories that have done this, that have really inspired your writing. As always, there's a lot of ways to contact me and tell me all about this. You can leave a comment, go to arc-storm.com, my official website, or just any basic way. I'm on Facebook and Twitter. So don't forget to subscribe, and please let me know. Thank you, and as always, continue to enjoy.